What's up, guys? Bones88, and holy crap, you guys. Probably one, if not the biggest announcement ever in Dragon Champions. It's what we've been waiting for. It's obviously closer than what I thought. I've been telling you guys it's coming, and it's coming way sooner than we think. Guys, Guild Wars is coming to Dragon Champions. Lizard Breath has given us all permission to do videos, share it to our guilds, blah, 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 and discuss it. She also wants to know everyone's insights, like any kind of things you guys can think of that might make this better, make it worse. Like, just give us like your thoughts and feelings about it, for real. She's encouraging that. She wants to know all that, and I'll relay that back to her. So please give me your guys' opinions about it. With that being said, let's just jump in, and this is what she posted on the test chat, and I have it over here. So, okay, also, before I get into this, everything, absolutely everything we read about this is not set in stone. It is a generic idea. It's pretty much what they're going for. You can pretty much see at the end of this video what they're going for, what it will be, but none of this is set in stone. Like I just said, people, they want to know your opinions, so let them know, be vocal about it, because they're taking it all, they're taking it all in, but just know that this is not exactly how it will be. It may be, but just don't expect this to be exactly how it is. This is just a rough idea of what they're doing, but it sounds like if they're letting us know, if they're releasing that this is what's coming up soon to everyone, it's coming out very, very soon. So make sure you guys let us know what you think, and we will get it back over to them. But with that being said, let's get into it. So, it says, "Hello guys, today I want to share something you've been looking forward to for some time already. We would like to share a Guild Wars mode concept and rule set with you and hear your feedback. Read it carefully, take your time if you need, and don't hesitate to ask any questions. We really want it to be fun and fascinating experience for everyone, so we would like to hear what you think." Exactly what I just said. So we're going to skip this because this was later, like back when they didn't want us to say anything, but now they can. They just said we could share this text to you guys. So Guild Wars, the schedule. Guild Wars season is going to consist of 10 matches. Just like in Battlegrounds, the match consists of 3 phases: registration, defense, and attack. Each phase lasts for 24 hours. There will also be 1 day off between the matches. Not to overwhelm you with all this action, both in Battlegrounds and Guild Wars, the phases will be overlapped. During the Guild Wars registration phase, the attack and Battlegrounds will take place. When there is a break in the Battlegrounds, the defense phase begins in the Guild Wars mode. So that's cool. That's good, because they're right. It sucks being overwhelmed by all kinds of shit you got to do. I'm doing Grand Arena, or I'm talking about Galaxy of Heroes. I'm over here doing Grand Arena, and I also have to attack in territory wars or territory battles, and it's just all kinds of stuff I got to do just in one day. So it's kind of overwhelming. That's awesome. The registration phase. If you have at least 10 heroes of level 52 and above, you can register for the Guild Wars. Like in Battlegrounds, your roster is saved in the same state as you register. Afterwards, you can either update it or, if you choose not to battle, opt out of Guild Wars. To qualify for the matchmaking phase, the guild needs to have at least 14 registered players by the end of registration period. Otherwise, they will get a message that not enough players have registered and they can't take part in this time. So, it's a lot like the registration phase anyways. It's a lot like Galaxy of Heroes and their guild versus guild. You have to be a certain level just to even join, and as a guild as a whole, you have to have a certain amount of players to even compete against anyone else. But the matchmaking will be kind of like, I'm guessing, kind of like what it is in Battlegrounds for a single person, but just taking all of that as a whole in a guild and then matching you against a guild that's very similar to you. And guys, I know the matchmaking is not perfect, and it's not going to be perfect even in this mode. So, but it's still going to be fun. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited about this. This is what they needed to kind of cement like guilds to stay together and build a brothership. You know what I'm saying? Like a brotherhood or a family. This is how you make that like connection with your guild. It's modes like this, but I'll say more about this at the end. But anyways, so based on the number of players that have registered for the Guild Wars, there will be 3 maps for players for 14 to 17 players, 18 to 21 players, and 21 to 25 players. The system will put you on one of them with 14, 21, or 25 fortresses. In all cases, you will start with a line of 4 fortresses in the front. And they're about to get into what fortresses are and everything like that. So the defensive phase. When the defensive phase begins, you find yourself on the map with the fortress assigned to you. The higher your roster power, the further from the enemy on the map your fortress will be. You can only put your heroes to the fortress that was assigned to you. So right then and there, I think they say some more about it, but if you are one of the higher ups in the guild or in the whole entire thing, you're going to be put towards the back. There's several reasons for it, and they may get into that, but they just don't want everyone's strongest people up in the front, where some people might not even be able to get past the front, and then they don't have any fun. I think that's what it's saying. But either way, when you come in, whether it's your guild leader doing this or it automatically happens, you're assigned a fortress, and it's by your total hero power. The number of team slots per fortress is determined by the number of 52 plus level heroes in your roster. These slots will initially be filled by mobs or cultists. You can replace the mobs with your team or leave the mobs there. Mobs cannot be mixed with heroes. Only heroes of level 52 and above can be set on the defense. So what they're saying is these mobs or whatever, they're very low level, like bots or something, that can just fill up a space if you don't have enough to put there. It's if you play Marvel Strike Force, it's exactly the same way when you're setting defense in Alliance Wars. There's already bots there, but you can mix your characters with those bots, I believe. But if you don't have enough people to put on defense or something, you can just leave those bots there, and it's kind of gimme, but there's still something there that they have to fight. So that's cool. But I see a lot of mixture of all these modes, and maybe, hopefully, they're getting all the good parts out of all of them from all these other games, Galaxy of Heroes, Strike Force, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully they pick all the good things out of them and combine them into one mode. That'll be huge. So heroes put on the defense will bring points to guild score, just like the Battlegrounds. A player also gets points for his personal score for the heroes they set on the defense based on their total power. If there are less players in the match than there are fortresses on the map, unoccupied fortresses are filled by those mobs that we just talked about and located near the enemy border. So up towards the front. The number of the teams in these fortresses will be based on the player's hero quantity. So auto defense. Yes, the system will record how a player set their defense during the last battle, and you can set the same defense just by tapping the button. Huge! They did this in Battlegrounds, and no other hero collectors with these kind of modes does that. I am sick in Galaxy of Heroes of having to individually place every defense that's the same every time. I'm not someone who wants to change up their strategy or throw someone off. If you played me before, I had the same defense every single time. And that button is huge. That's one of the biggest quality of life improvements they've made in this game, and it's going to be in Territory Wars also. No other game has that. None. It's awesome. Like, that smallest little thing is huge to me. So that's awesome. Alright, here's an early design document to get you the idea how the maps are going to look. The actual interface is in the works. The sword on the left is where the attacks begin from, and the dots are obviously the castles. So it's about what I thought. So, this is the front line, so the enemy is going to be taking on these first, and it's going to be the weaker opponents in your guild. This will be the second weakest, third weakest, fourth weakest. Your top players in your guild are going to be back here. And like probably the strongest person in your guild is going to be back here. So it's going to be like the boss fight, which is cool, guys. I'm excited about this. It's not PvE like Raid's doing to clans. You're going to be taking on other people and 25 other people. This is cool, guys. I'm psyched. You guys should be psyched about this. I know a lot of people, there's going to be people like, what about this? What about that? This isn't going to save the game. It is. It's going to save the game. It's going to keep sustainability in the game. And this is just the basic modes that this game needs to keep going on for a long time. And they hit it out of the park. Good job, Play Quantum. I mean, these ideas, I'm already like, yes. There's not a lot here that I don't like. But anyways, let's keep going. The attack phase. You can use your 52 plus level heroes during the attack phase. You cannot use the heroes that you have on defense. That's big. That's not like Battlegrounds. In Battlegrounds, you can use the same heroes you put on defense that you have on offense. You can use your roster on both sides. That's not how they do it in other games, and that's not how they should be doing it. We just don't have enough teams to put on defense and use on offense. So I guarantee you XMG says the same thing. Eventually, Battlegrounds will go to this like how this will be. So, anyways, you cannot use the heroes that you have on defense. You cannot reuse the heroes who have already taken a part in the battle that has resulted in a victory or defeat. So I don't know if you can back out. I guarantee you, with this being PvP, you can't back out. You take in a team and you think you can win, and you're like, oh crap. In Battlegrounds, you can back out and try 7 million times until you beat them. That will not be the case in this game. You take someone in, and as soon as you hit enter and you go into that battle, that team's lost, whether you got a victory or you got defeated. So just remember that. And that's how it should be, for sure. You will be able to attack the fortress that you see. For instance, in the beginning, you'll be able to attack 4 fortresses at the front. So my guess is, in order to get to this back row, you have to get rid of these 4 right here. I could be wrong. Maybe if you get rid of one of these 2, you can move on to this one. That might be the case. You know, and then you get rid of this one, you can go down here and like work down that back row. I don't know. If that's the case, that's pretty cool. I kind of like that better than having to get rid of the 4 front before you get to these 3. If you can just get rid of one and then start working towards them, that's kind of cool. That's kind of like how raids are in Marvel Strike Force. So I like how they're combining all kinds of cool ideas from different modes from different games and putting it into one. I am excited. 2 players cannot attack the same team at the same time. You will be able to see who's attacking who in the interface, which is how it should be. Every victory brings points to the guild score, just like in Battlegrounds. Players also get their personal scores for every hero they defeated, regardless of the attack outcome. And you'll see what this plays into here in a second. The individual player scores, it's something you want to strive for as an individual, because you will probably get whoever's the best, like the MVP of the whole entire thing, will probably get extra rewards, or you'll get noticed, or they'll announce it or something. You'll get something cool for being the MVP of this battle. Points for winning at the first, second, third attempt go only to the guild score, which means that the attempts are common for the whole guild. And see, that sounds like you're able to back out, but I think what it's saying is if you go in with a team, you lose that team, and you go in with another team and you try to take them on, anything after that is what they're saying, which will only go to the guild score, I guess. Some of this I can't like convert and then know exactly what's going to happen. And remember, all this is subject to change. If all teams in the fortress were defeated, it's declared conquered. In this case, the guild also gets points for conquering it and also gains access to the neighboring fortresses. The further the fortress location, the more points for conquering it you will receive. These points also go to the guild score, not personal player score. What? Okay, so, I mean, okay, like I said, I can't really like convert that and be like, okay, this is what's going to happen. But, you know, so if you completely wipe everyone out, you get extra points for doing that. And honestly, that's what everyone's striving for. Whether you win or lose, you want to at least clear. Same with Battlegrounds. Like, I may lose because of banners, but my goal, it's a victory to me, win or lose, if I can clear the whole board. That you feel good about that. And then the farther back you go, the harder the fortresses they are, the more points you get for conquering that. And I like that. And I'm not sure why it doesn't go to the guild or to the personal player score, but there's, I'm sure, a reason for it. So, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, moving on. What happens if a player decides to change their guild? This is kind of like a Q&A section they did. Like, there's nothing too crazy, but you just kind of get an idea. It's like the same thing as any other game, or even in this game. If a player leaves the guild during the registration phase, his participation will be canceled. However, they can register and participate in the guild wars with their new guild. That's pretty big, because I hate like when I have to change guilds, which is very rarely, but I'll have to leave a territory war or something, and I lose out on that because the registration phase already started. So I think this is different than a lot of games, because if the registration period is still going and you switch guilds, usually you can't join that registration period, even if it's already started. I think. So that's pretty cool. If a player leaves a guild during defense or attack phase, his defense remains in the ongoing guild wars, and the guild keeps the points for his defense, and the attack results are also accounted for. So that's pretty cool. You still get you lose his attack, you know what I mean? If he's not attacked or hasn't attacked yet, that kind of sucks for you. You have to pick up his slack. But that's very rarely going to happen to anyone. If a player changes their guild, their personal guild war score is lost. Well, it should be. Yeah, it makes sense. So match results. The guild to gain the most guild points per match wins and receives extra points for the victory. Guild points are added to the guild season score and affect the guild's movement in the leagues, like in Battlegrounds. All guild members who have received at least 1 point in their personal score for this match receive the same reward. The reward depends on the league, like in Battlegrounds. Like in Battlegrounds, there's different leagues. Everyone starts out in like the lowest league, but depending on all the points you get for certain matches and everything else that's accounted for, you move up into another league. And each league that you rise up into have better rewards. So if you win a guild match, you will get that reward. Everyone gets the same reward. And you know what that reward is every time by whatever league you're in. And that's just exactly how Battlegrounds is. So I like that. That's how it should be. That's how most games are. So season results and rewards. Every guild member receives a basic reward even if they only scored a single point in their personal score, and 1 chest per milestone achieved in their personal points chart. I don't know what the chart is. We'll have to check that out. One guild member with the highest personal score, the MVP, which I was talking about, in the guild receives an extra reward that is unique. That's cool. That strives everyone to want to do their best, to do better than, not only to beat the enemy, but do better than their colleagues. You know what I mean? So that drives you to want to be MVP every time if you want that unique reward. That's really cool. The rewards depend on the league in which the guild finishes the season. So just like Battlegrounds, when this season's over, your whole guild's going to get a huge reward depending on what league you're in, just like Battlegrounds. If you've been here for a while, you know what I'm talking about. And last but not least, the shop and currency. Similar to Battlegrounds in raid modes, Guild Wars will also have its own currency and shop. That's cool. We don't know what's going to be in these shops, but hopefully it's something rare. I'm sure they're going to keep coming out with even more characters, and you'll be able to get them. Hopefully I'm not going to lie, I want exclusive characters to that shop only. That's cool. And it gives you more reasons to spend currency in that shop. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Once again, subject to change, but in a nutshell, this is what you are to expect. Once again, they said it in these notes. I said it. Be very vocal. Give as many ideas as you can. It doesn't mean they're going to use those ideas, but you never know. They want all the info they can get out of this, and that's one of the big reasons they told us to release this to you guys, because they want feedback. Please give feedback. My personal feelings on this, I am almost more stoked than Battlegrounds. I was stoked about Battlegrounds because there was no other mode really to do anything in. This, I'm even more excited. I've preached about this for months. We need a mode where we can build a brotherhood, a family with your guild. That is what keeps you in these kind of games. When you want to quit this game so bad, but you don't want to disappoint your brothers, so you stay in there. I'm not saying that's like a good feeling to have, but that tells you the bond you have with your guild is keeping you playing in a business standpoint of view. That's great for Play Quantum. And if they want to keep a sustainable game that keeps going for the long term, modes like Battlegrounds and this is imperative to have in your game. It's just the basic modes that you got to have in your game. And I'm just so thankful that they're adding this to the game. Everyone else, you guys should be, I'm not telling you how to feel, but you should be psyched about this. Most of what they told us was very positive. There was nothing I saw in there where I was like, I don't know about that. I don't like that. And to me, that's just the basic rundown of what you're going to get. There could be several other details, other things they can add. If there are some things that are kind of like, you can take them away. It's not set in stone, but it is happening. And I'm telling you, if they let us release these already, it's coming soon. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how long they're going to let us test it. I don't know anything but what you and I just read. This is all I've known. So you and I are on the same page. I don't know any more than what we just read here, but I'm so excited, guys. I couldn't get this video out fast enough so all you guys could hear about this. So please, in Reddit, Facebook, Discord, everywhere, just make it rain comments, suggestions, what you think about this, so I can let Liz know. Also, Liz is watching these videos. Liz is watching them. She comments on them all the time. So comment below and just let her and I know what you guys think. With that being said, I'm going to get off here so I can throw this on YouTube and for all you guys to watch. So I love all of you guys, Dragon Champion family. I hope you guys have a good day, because it is a good day in the kingdom. I once again love you guys. Have a good day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.